Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing an E-Series, therefore roughly 2002 model year, Panerai Luminor Submersible PAM024, part of the Charter family of rotating bezel submersible or dive style Panerai Luminor watches. It's a 44mm Betterini style case in stainless steel that actually fits better on a small wrist than I expected. So my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see though this is a large watch, a huge watch by the standards of its time. It's a wearable one. Lug to lug, it's 53.5 millimeters, and you'll note that the lugs are very short and stubby. They do arc down and around the wrist a little bit, so the watch doesn't flare out over the edge of your wrist. The lugs are basically just there to drape the strap. It is a thick watch, no doubt, 15.6 millimeters, but it does have a little bit of a slope to its bezel, so you can wear it with a jacket. Not a tight dress shirt, but a jacket. The spacing between the lugs is 24 millimeters, and you will have a world of options in the universe of Panerai aftermarket and OEM straps. You could see that this is old school. The strap is fixed on by a screw. Now the strap itself is a handsome piece. You can see it's a natural vulcanized rubber Panerai in black with a wonderful supple feel because so much material has been evacuated from the top and the bottom. It both adds striations and definition and increases the comfort on the wrist. Simple steel polished pin buckle. The case itself, I called it the Betterini case after Alessandro Betterini, who was the machinist who helped to create the original Italian-designed civilian market Panerai watches. And into the Richemont era, and this watch is definitely the Richemont era, the shape was essentially preserved, later complemented by the Luminor 1950 form. The case is of high polish, the bezel is of satin, and there's a handsome contrast between the two. The watch would have been a little bit overpowering with a polished bezel, and some versions of this watch have featured polished bezels. This one happily does not. You can see that there are riders on the bezel that indicate the stations of the 5 minutes, and those are polished to stand out. The action is superb. It's chunky, it's loud, the detent is crisp. You can line that pearl up with the minute hand. Now you've got an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer. The dial is a matte black, and it is an original Tritium dial. Though Panerai generally transitioned from Tritium to Luminova in 1998, those are generally called transitional dials. Nevertheless, the submersibles, especially the special edition submersibles, hung on to Tritium into the mid-2000s. So this watch does feature its original Tritium dial, and you can see the contrast in tones. It has service replacement Super Luminova hands, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's visible at night, but you still get the original Tritium dial and its warmth and fade. No faux patina here. Matte dial, low glare. You have a date, you have a Cyclops eye, but it's inverted. It's underneath the crystal, so it doesn't flare up and mar the lines or invite ejection by scratches or scuffs as a Rolex magnifier might. Now the crown guard is iconic. It's a lever locking system that has a little cam that normally pins down the crown, so it's locked, now it's unlocked. It's a great system because you can't accidentally dive with the thing unlocked. It's hard to miss this. It also provides more protection over the full 180 degrees that you would not get with a standard shouldered crown guard. And if your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved, you simply pull the crown up and now it's easy to manipulate the hand. All of the functions can be engaged. The watch is also a design icon, largely by virtue of that crescent-shaped device protecting the crown, a Panerai patented invention that dates back to the military era when Panerai was issued to the Italian Navy. You'll also note that with both a date and a seconds hand, the conventional functions that you expect on a luxury watch, including a quick set date and the stop seconds or hacking, are present and correct. Turn this one over. Underneath that case back is Panerai caliber OP3, essentially a Valjoux 7750 without the chronograph mechanism. It's called a 7750 P1. 28.8 beat rate, hacking seconds, quick set date, 300 meters, water resistant, 21 joules, and it is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer and thus very precise. No nonsense. A big block of steel for your wrist. 300 meters water resistant, a nice harmony of Luminova and Tritium tones for both romance and functionality on the dial, and outstanding case condition. You can see all of the lines remain sharp, going on 2 decades after this watch's manufacture. A 2002 model year, this timepiece is not quite vintage, but definitely has a vintage aura about it. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox. Panerai Luminor PAM024, the submersible. You can see dead as a doornail Tritium loom and Super Luminova hands.